Alright, Tyson, prime polynomial could be like this. 5x squared plus 4. So this right here is a prime polynomial. So is there such thing? Yes. What makes it prime?
You can't break it down.
You can't break it down. But what if I were to double this? If I were to double this, it would be 10x squared plus 8. Now, today's homework, here's what I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you this, 10x squared plus 8. And I'm going to ask you to factor it and give me the factors. What
Do I get to use a factor?
can you factor out of 10x squared plus 8?
2 5. Wait, can you factor out x's?
You factor out a 2. All I did was take this 5x squared plus 4 and I times it by 2. I doubled it. So if I divide this by 2, it's going to be 2 times 5x squared plus 4. So what I did is I factored out a 2. This is where we're going. I'm going to give you the answer. You work backwards and give me the problem. So look at these examples right here. Factor this guy. Factoring is all about this, the GCF. Do you guys remember the GCF? Okay, look what you got. 3 terms. 6x squared y squared minus 2x y squared plus 6x cubed y. So look at your numbers. 6, 2, and 6. What's the GCF of 6, 2, and 6? The GCF is 2. Now look at your letters. This has x squared. The middle has x. The end has x cubed. So what do they got in common? They each have at minimum an x. You have done this before. You should have done this in algebra. Now factor out a y. How many y's can we factor out? Y squared, just one y. Now 2xy, that's your GCF. So you're going to factor a 2xy out of each of these terms. So if you factor it out of the first term, 2 times what is 6? 3. X times what is x squared? X. And y times what is y squared? Okay. Now let's put, because they got minus, let's put minus. Thomas, 2 times what is 2? Just 1, and you don't even need to write it. You can if you want. X times what is x? Just 1 again. 1, you don't need to write it. Y times what's y squared? Y. So let's do the last term. 2 times what is 6? 3. X times what's x cubed? X squared. And that's it. You're done. That's not bad. That's a lot easier than dividing polynomials. Okay. You guys try this one on your own. A squared plus 5a plus ab.
Alright. The greatest common factor of all these are a. And then you know that a times a is going to be a squared, so plus, and then a times 5, and then that's good.
The third one. It only has 2 terms, so it's a binomial. The GCF of 6 and 18 is 6. This has a squared, b squared. This has a, b cubed. They each have an a, and they each have b squared. So 6ab squared, that's your GCF. If you multiply that to, what am I going to times that by to get 6a squared, b squared? I'm just going to times it by a lonely a. Plus 6 times what's 18? 3. B times b squared is b cubed. So done. That's your answer. So they're giving you the answer. You work backwards and get the problem. Negative 12x squared minus 6x. What about that one? Negative 6. Let's pull negative 6x out. Let's factor it out. So negative 6x times
Did you just pick?
2x. You pick the GCF. Plus a negative 6x times 1. So,
Well, do we have to put the 1 in there?
yeah, you do have to put the 1. Because look, when you distribute, this is how you check your work. Negative 6x times 2x is negative 12x squared plus negative 6x times 1 is negative 6x. Done.